Hello students, welcome in my YouTube channel Word of Oracle. In this session, we will discuss about the handling exceptions. That means error handling, how we handle the errors. Particularly in Oracle, Oracle handles internally all errors. Whatever errors occurs in Oracle, that errors may be a syntax errors or any type of errors, Oracle internally handles it. But when we want to handle it explicitly, externally, then how this error handling will be done in Oracle. In this session, we will discuss about this error handling. Okay, first of all, we will discuss the concept of error handling. What is error handling? How exceptions are raised? All these concepts we will discuss in this session firstly, and after that, how to write the programs for error handling. What types of error handlers are there? All these concepts we will discuss here. Here, in PLSQL, error handling is also called as the exception handling. Then what do you mean by exception? Here exceptions are nothing but the identifier in PLSQL which are raised during the execution. Means when your PLSQL program executes, when your PLSQL script executes, if something is wrong there, then Oracle raises some errors, and that errors are nothing but the exceptions. Here, with error handling, we identify that exceptions, we identify that errors and handle explicitly by the user. That means we are handling the errors raised by the Oracle explicitly. Here, how these errors are raised, how these exceptions are raised. In Oracle, when error occurs, for example, if the something error is there, for example, ORA 01403 error occurs, then it means what? There is no record. Whatever we are selecting, according to that selection, there is no record in a table. That's why this error occurs. Means the error is occurred not due to the syntax, but the condition becomes a false, and for that the records are not there. According to the condition, records are not there, and Oracle occurs the something error there. This error is referred as the exception. Then to handle this error in Oracle, in PLSQL, the exception is there, no data found. Means no data found exception says what? It says that your select statement fails, select statement doesn't retrieve any type of records according to the condition. It indicates the exception is no data found. This is the Oracle error. Instead of Oracle error, you can explicitly raise your own exceptions. Here, exception being raised may be either user-defined or predefined. Means you can number the errors, you can number the exceptions, or you can name the exception explicitly. Then how do you handle it? How we handle these exceptions explicitly? Okay, here, when you handle the exceptions explicitly, if the exceptions raised, first of all, we discuss about the internal exception handling. Means Oracle's already named exceptions. Oracle's named exceptions means the default errors, whatever occurs while executing the program, that default errors are named by the oracles, and that errors are considered as the named errors. Then if the exception is raised in executable section, it is the optional section. Exception handling is not a compulsory part. It is not a mandatory part. It is a optional part. If we are handling these exceptions in our program, in our PLSQL block in executable section, then according to that, it terminates with failure and exception is propagated to calling the environment. Means whatever exception we are raising in exception handling section, if that exception arises in your executing program, then your PLSQL execution goes to that environment. Here, first of all, how to handle the exception? First of all, trap the exception. Means what type of error that your program will face during the execution. For that, trap the exception. Okay. Then raise the exception. Here in exception section, raise the exception. After trapping the exception, raise the exception. And after raising the exception, you can indicate the environment, whatever action will be done there in a executable section. Here there are three types of exceptions: predefined Oracle server exceptions. These exceptions are referred as the named exceptions. Another one is the non-predefined Oracle server exceptions, and another one is the user-defined exception. Both exceptions, predefined Oracle server exceptions and non-predefined Oracle server exceptions are implicitly raised. Means while executing the PLSQL block, if that situation occurs or if that exception error occurs, then these exceptions are raised implicitly, while user-defined exceptions are raised explicitly. Through our program, we raise it and we handle it. Okay, now we are going towards the how to handle these exceptions, named exceptions, predefined exceptions via program. We will see it in Oracle 10G SQL environment. Okay, now I am going towards the SQL environment, sharing the another screen. Okay, here SQL command line environment is there. I'm already connected with database. Here I created the table BCS EMP. Here I show the records of BCS EMP. Select star from BCS EMP. Here is the table BCS. Sorry, EMP BCS. Table is EMP BCS, not BCS EMP. EMP BCS. Okay. Here three records are there in EMP BCS table. Now I am showing you, I am demonstrating you how to handle the error. Use the Oracle named error, predefined error according to the raised exceptions. Whatever error occurs while executing a PLSQL block, that exception will be handled explicitly via our program. Okay, for this I am writing the program. I already wrote the program PLX exceptions here. Okay, in Notepad, the exception handling program that I have written. First of all, declare the keyword is there. You know the how to write the program, how to write the PLSQL code block. Here is the PLSQL code block. For that, I am used a Notepad. Here in declare section, I declared the two variables, S for salary and EN for employee number. Here I used the data type percent type. Percent type data type indicates the column data type. Means here S variable is with percent type data type indicates what? Whatever the data type of salary column in a table BCS, EMP BCS, that data type will be defined for the S variable. Same for the EN variable. Here in declare sections, I declared two variables, S and EN. S for salary and EN for employee number. Okay. Then in begin section, begin keyword, I started the begin keyword. Begin keyword indicates the executable section of your program. In declare section, whatever variables required in our program, that variables are declared in declare section. Then in begin section, first of all, take the employee number from the user. For that, I declared here, declared here EN, assigned here the value for the EN variable. This is assignment operator in PLSQL. After that, this statement indicates I am inputting the salary value of a particular employee in a variable yes. For that, I have written the query here. Select salary into yes from EMP-BCS. It means what? We are selecting the value of salary into our variable yes from the table EMP-BCS. Of which employee? Whatever user enters the number of employee, that employee number's salary will be selected from the EMP-BCS and put into the variable yes. After that, after executing this statement, after that, update the salary of that employee. This statement. First statement, in first statement, we are selecting the salary of specific employee. Then after selecting the salary, we are updating that salary by adding 100 rupees in the original salary. Here two statements are there. Again, I am explaining. In first executable section, first of all, assign the employee number, means take the employee number from the user. After that, in second section, in second statement, we are selecting the salary of given employee in our variable yes. After that, in this update statement, we are modifying the salary of that employee. Then we are raising here exception. Here exception keyword is that exception keyword indicates what? We are raising the exception. Which exception we are raising here? Here we are raising the no data found exception. No data found is the Oracle's inbuilt exception. No data found. It is the named exception, implicit exception. This exception indicates what? If your select statement doesn't retrieve any type of records, no rows are selected from your select statement, then this error occurs. And Oracle handles this error internally. If we doesn't indicate the exception, then Oracle's automatically handle it, but we don't know what is going on. And for that, we raise it explicitly. We are raising the exception explicitly. We are raising the internal exception explicitly. For that, we are writing the code here by indicating the exception, and in exception section, when no data found, we are raising the exception, no data found, then display this message. If we are not executing this exception, then Oracle doesn't display any type of message. So that if we are handling it explicitly, then we can indicate any type of message, any type of message to the screen, on the screen, according to the error. Here in exception section, when no data found means if there is no rows selected by the select statement, then this exception will be executed and message will be displayed. Okay, now I am executing this program. First of all, I copy this program. Then in SQL, first of all, make the set server output on. Server output on. It indicates what? Your output will be displayed on the screen. If you by default set server output is off, if you on it, then only your output will be displayed on the screen. Okay, now paste the program and execute it. Here you're asking for the employee number. Suppose I am entered here the number 101. Here 101 number is there in EMP-BCS table. Here I am entering the number 101. The salary of employee number 101 is 70,000. Here this salary will be selected and our program will be executed. Our PLSQL script is executed successfully. If we enter the wrong number here, then what will happen? Here 109. Here 109 number is not there in our table. 109 number is not there, right?